This video is brought to you by SoccerLoco.com. Be sure to use coupon code SRSL330 to get 10% off any order of $75 or more. Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the Nike Tiempo Legend 5 in the brand new Green Strike Lightning Storm colorway. Now inside the box they do include a string bag to go along with the shoes themselves. The string bag is green strike, so like a lime green color. Same with the strings. You're going to find the Tiempo branding in black on the one side and a black Nike swoosh on the other. Other than that, all you're going to find inside the box, as you guys can see, are the shoes themselves. So we'll get these guys out of the box really quickly, and we'll take a closer look at what I think is the brightest colorway of the Tiempo Legend 5 that we've seen so far. I would say it's close to the World Cup colorway of the Legend 5 that was Volt Yellow in color, but this all over green stripe color is pretty vibrant. Now in today's video, we are of course going to be taking a closer look at the colorway itself, talking tech specs, talking about how these things fit and feel, taking a look at the weight, and essentially covering all the performance features that you would want to know about the Tiempo Legend 5. So if you're interested in learning more, please stick around and watch the entire video. And if you guys are interested in a pair of these for yourself, you can check out the review page on my website. That'll be the very first link down below in the description of this video. And on that page, you will find Buy It Now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes where you'll be able to pick these guys up below their normal $200 retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair for yourself, first link down below, go ahead and check it out. And with that being said, let's get right into the review. To start things off, let's take a closer look at the colorway. Now this being part of the Lightning Storm pack, which is made up of all very brightly colored shoes, the Tiempo line features a shade of lime green that they call Green Strike. And I know a lot of people mistake lime green for Volt Yellow from Nike. And just to give you guys a side-by-side comparison, keep in mind that these are lime green and these are Volt Yellow. This is a pair of the Women's World Cup Nike Magista Obras. You can see side by side, this is clearly yellow, this is clearly green, so there definitely is a distinct difference between the two. Both very bright though. If you're looking to stand out, they're going to do that for you. So really cool color scheme. Obviously you have that green strike pretty much across the entire upper. The finish on the leather is matte, so it doesn't have that shine that you might get on some of the other colorways of the Tiempo Legend 5, but that's not too big of a deal. They're bright enough as it is. You're gonna find a green Nike swoosh on both the lateral and medial side with the black outline as kind of your accent color. Black Nike swoosh and ACC branding on the tongue, black liner and insole, black Tiempo branding going across the back of the shoe, and then the entire sole plate is kind of a translucent lime green color with a black Nike swoosh at the base of the forefoot. So all in all, if you're looking for pretty much solid lime green shoes, this Tiempo colorway is probably what you're looking for. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comment section. Do you like how these look? Why or why not? And with that being said, let's move on to the tech specs so we can learn a little bit more about the overall performance. In terms of performance, I'm a big fan of the Nike Tiempo Legend 5. Longtime watchers of the channel have probably seen my video where I say the Legend 5 is my personal favorite shoe on the market, and that statement is still 100% true. The reason why I like this shoe so much is mainly because when I put it on, everything just feels right. There's nothing to get used to. It's very simple. I generally tend to prefer the fit, feel, and touch that natural leather has to offer, which of course you do get in the form of a very premium Kangaroo leather upper on the Legend 5. Plus, I like the flexibility of the sole plate and the stud pattern in general. It's just a good overall shoe if you're looking for something simple. If you guys want to check out my video where I explain exactly why this is my personal favorite, I'll leave an annotation on screen. You can go ahead and check it out. But for the sake of the video, we'll go over all the tech specs and things you should know about the Legend 5 if you were considering them as your next shoe. So, the upper is made from premium Kangaroo leather. There's really nothing to complain about in regards to quality. Is this the best Kangaroo leather shoe you can buy in terms of quality? Probably not. I still think that the Copa Mundial is pretty tough to beat. That features a thicker leather upper than what you're going to find on the Legend 5, which I would describe as kind of a medium thickness. It's not too thin, it's not too thick. You still get that nice kind of leather padded sensation, but it doesn't feel bulky on your feet at all. You have this quilted stitching pattern that's there to prevent the shoe from overstretching, which I've never had any issues with the Legend 5. It will stretch, but it never stretches to the point where it feels loose on your feet. But of course, that depends on getting the right size from right out of the box. If you buy them too big, they will overstretch. That's just the case with any leather shoe. It does, of course, have the ACC finishing on the top as well, all conditions control from Nike, which acts as your wet control element. And I would say overall, control or grip on the ball in wet weather playing conditions is pretty good for a smooth leather shoe. There's really no gimmicky elements on the upper whatsoever. What's unique about this leather upper though versus pretty much everything else on the market is the Hyper Shield liner. You can see the branding right there. And essentially what that is a single layer mesh based liner that spans the entire inside of the shoe, backing the leather material itself. Normally with a liner, you would have several different layers of thin materials that make up the entire backing of the leather. Now, because this is just a single layer of kind of a honeycomb based mesh, similar to the Nike Skin upper that you found on the original Nike Hypervenom Phantom, you have less layers of material that makes for a more natural sensation when making touches on the ball, just because you have less material between your foot and the ball when making contact. So fairly easy to understand why that might be beneficial. And two, it just feels very comfortable against your foot. It's a padded mesh liner that's fairly thin as well, so you really get to feel the softness of the leather, which is something I really, really like about the Legend 5. Other benefits include not locking in any moisture because it is an open mesh, so normally leather shoes would take a little bit longer to dry. That's not really the case here with the Legend 5, and it also does help to maintain the shape of the shoe a little bit better. Like I said, these things don't really overstretch, which is a very, very positive thing. The laces run through the middle of the shoe, as you guys can see. The tongue is synthetic, but it does have a memory foam insert running through the middle, so lace bite's not a problem. And overall, the touch feels pretty consistent across the entire foot, which is really nice. I like that the midfoot is covered in kangaroo leather as well. So again, you get a nice consistent feel across the entire surface area of the foot. It's got a fairly standard cut in the heel, internal plastic heel liner, the lining material, internal plastic heel counter, The lining material on the inside of the shoe is pretty much a synthetic leather material with some padding. It's smooth on the sides and then perforated at the back, which you don't really notice while you're wearing the shoes. But again, no major issues with discomfort here whatsoever. The insole is fully removable, mesh liner on top, perforations throughout. It's made from a single layer of this yellow foam that has some decent thickness to it. And then you're gonna find pour-on inserts in the heel, as well as in the forefoot and toe box area for a little bit of additional underfoot cushioning. So definitely more substantial than the other insoles you're gonna find from the rest of Nike's lineup of top-end shoes. Moving on to the sole plate and stud pattern. The sole plate is made from TPU plastic material, so nothing fancy. It does have this one little flex groove running through the middle of the forefoot. That's very minor. I'm not sure that it even has any impact at all. But overall, you get really good flexibility out of this sole plate. Definitely not what I would describe as stiff. So you get a very natural sensation when running, and because it's flexible, you can have as many studs under your feet as possible, no matter which way that you twist or turn. In regards to the stud pattern, this is a kind of a classic Tiempo stud pattern at this point. They really haven't changed much over the years. Bladed studs in the heel, conical studs in the forefoot, and the conical studs themselves are fairly long and have a nice narrow profile to them. So while they might not look all that aggressive, they dig into the ground quite well and really provide good traction on natural grass playing surfaces, but because they're rounded in shape, you can still twist and pivot very freely with really no restrictiveness at all. And then you do get the bladed studs running through the middle and the one toe pick stud that don't make a huge difference, but I like that they're there overall. So really, really good shoe in my opinion. Nothing too fancy about it. Again, if you're looking for something very simple, comfortable, and with a leather upper, the Legend 5, in my opinion, is one of the best options out there. In terms of weight, the Legend 5 is a little bit lighter than you might expect it to be, just based on the type of shoe it is and of course how the design looks in general. But I'm going to weigh this pair for you today in real time. Keep in mind this is a brand new pair in a size 9.5 US. We're going to throw them on the scale, and you can see that they weigh in at 8.25 ounces, the equivalent of 234 grams. So they are by no means heavy, not in the 9 or 10 ounce weight range that you might expect from a shoe of this type. Right at the 8 ounce mark. Again, not a lot to complain about. They're very comfortable, they feel solid on your feet, and they're certainly not going to weigh you down. They do not feel heavy, which I know is one aspect that scares a lot of people away from this style of shoe. So if you've never worn a leather shoe before and you're looking to try one, but you don't want anything that's too bulky or heavy on your feet, again, the Legend 5 is a really solid option. All right, so here is a look at the Tiempo Legend 5s on feet. On my left foot, I have the stock green laces that come with the shoes, and on my right foot, I have a pair of wide black reflective SR4U replacement laces. If you're interested in a pair of replacement laces for yourself, be sure to check out the website www.sr4ulaces.com. Find a direct link to that website down below in the description of this video. Now, in terms of how these things fit and feel on feet, From out of the box, they're very comfortable shoes, but because they are made from a natural leather, they do require some break-in time until they feel the way they're supposed to feel, if that makes any sense. That's not to say that they're uncomfortable and the break-in time is harsh. They're pretty comfortable from the get-go, but you'll find that after a few hours of wear, the leather will stretch, it'll soften up, and it'll form to the exact shape of your foot that makes them that much more comfortable. So if comfort is your goal, then the Legend 5 is a pretty solid option. Very few people find these things uncomfortable. So again, really soft shoes, really premium leather, and there just isn't much to complain about in regards to how they fit and feel on your feet, especially once broken in. In regards to width, because it is a natural leather shoe and because it will stretch width-wise, it's going to be suitable for most people. If you have wide feet, this is definitely one of the widest options from Nike, along with the Nike Premier, which is also a kangaroo leather upper soccer shoe. So again, if you are looking for a wider option or you normally struggle with the width in soccer shoes, something like this definitely may be worth considering. In regards to sizing, they run about a half size small, which I know scares a lot of people away when it comes to leather shoes. Normally you think to size down because they'll stretch. These actually run a half size small. They don't stretch in length, they'll stretch in width. So instead of wearing my usual size 9 US, I bump it up to a 9.5, and the fit and the length is absolutely perfect. So if you are looking to order a pair of these for yourself, I would strongly recommend going a half size up in order to achieve the best possible fit. Alright guys, that's it for my review of the Nike Tiempo Legend 5 in the Lightning Storm colorway. Again, if you guys are looking for more information on the overall fit, feel, and performance, you can check out the full written review on my website. That'll be the very first link down below in the description of this video. Also on that page, you'll find Buy It Now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes where we'll be able to pick these guys up below their normal $200 retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair, first link down below, go ahead and check it out. If you have any questions at all regarding the Legend 5, leave them down below in the comment section. I definitely will get an answer out to you. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.